Diet for rapid fat loss. Welcome to this overview of the Velocity Lean Diet. Want to lose weight quickly? Really quickly? If so, then quickly start to learn and employ the Velocity Lean Diet, now one of the most powerful and effective weight loss diets on the planet. This method will work. It's impossible not to work. Unless you're getting cheeseburger and cupcake IVs on the side, this will work. Velocity Lean Diet user. We've got this new fat-burning eating method that works faster than anything we've seen or tried before. It's a smart method. It's advanced. But it's pretty easy to do. And it may be your ticket to finally escape that persistent, annoying, depressing, oppressive excess body fat that just doesn't seem to go away. Lose belly fat quickly. Lose weight in the thighs quickly. Tone up flabby arms more quickly. Lose fat from face more quickly. Cleanse your body and cleanse your inner plumbing between cells. Increase your productivity. Avoid diet plateaus and keeps your body continually in a state of fat-burning optimization. Is challenging and not boring but still not too hard. This is a real fat-burning solution and not a gimmick. This is not based on trickery such as cutting out a food group, only eating one food group or drinking some magic tea. Because with a gimmick diet, not only are they usually not very healthy, the fat always seems to come back. But not with Velocity Lean, as Velocity Lean seeks to pump you up with powerful natural state nutrients while helping give your cravings a powerful makeover. This is a rapid fat loss diet to help you begin to make fundamental corrective changes to the body, restoring the body to a high-performance naturally optimized state. Discover the earth-changing secrets we've identified for healing the body and then cross-correlate it over to weight loss for one of the fastest methods of fat burning we've ever used in over 3 decades of health, fitness, bodybuilding and personal training experience. We understand that short, medium and long success with losing weight and keeping it off is very much psychological, emotional as it is physiological. Learn the secrets we've discovered that can help you finally start to be successful in your weight loss endeavors. This is a real diet program, a real diet system. It is very advanced. And when you learn the system and master it, you'll have a lean body superpower that you can turn to whenever you want into the future. We use a 2-week cycle that you can repeat over and over until you achieve the results you want. No working out required. This is a strong weight loss eating system that can work on its own. How did I get so fat? I always used to be lean and toned, even hot looking. Now this fat won't go away. Someone please help. Ugh, yeah, that body fat can really creep up on ya, can't it? In modern times it seems like a lot of people are having a lot of problems with excess body fat. Well, I guess that's obvious if we just look around. Although that will depend more on where you live versus other places. There's actually a lot to why so many people are struggling with body fat these days, and there are a lot of reasons behind modern-day fat struggles. But ultimately we all just want a solution, so we won't be bothered with it. Get this blubber off of me. We all just want our lean and toned bodies, don't we? We all just need a plan and a program that we can just simply do and have the fat disappear. For men, for women, yes. There are many different approaches to dieting and fat loss. Some approaches are universal, and the Velocity Lean Diet is one of those universal approaches. The Velocity Lean Diet is undeniable in its ability to lose weight and get rid of excess body fat. It is a diet for humans, male or female. Are you looking to maximize health while dieting? We put some very unique things in this program that are very powerful health re-establishment approaches. This diet has principles that are associated with being very powerful for healing of the body and for better regeneration of tissue. That's very important. You'll learn powerful principles that you can use for life, proven, clinically studied principles. Some of those fad diets out there may give some initial success, but they are not very healthy, nor can they be used for the long term, nor should they. The Velocity Lean Diet is an incredibly healthy diet and has an approach that is very fitting for modern times, that in line with approaches for helping correct many fundamentals in the body through consistent repeated use. Additionally, the Velocity Lean Diet can also be called a prevention diet, helping quite possibly prevent and even correct potentially many common modern health problems over time. Are you struggling with fat loss? Have the pounds as crept up on you as if you didn't even notice, but then one day you did? Oh yeah, been there, done that. It's as if one day we woke up one day and realized, oh crap. I'm fat. How did I get so fat? It hits you like a ton of bricks, it hits you like a truckload of Krispy Kremes. You may start to wonder if you picked up some Jabba the Hutt genes hidden in GMO foods. The skies of your mind grow dark. Depression sets in shortly after. The truth hurts. But how did it happen so sneakily? You kinda, sorta, maybe knew that you were getting fatter, but it didn't quite register. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like, we sort of see our body fat growing and growing and growing, but we just don't have time to deal with it. We don't want the extra stress or depression from admitting it. Nor do we want the extra stress from trying to figure out how to get rid of this excess belly fat, not to mention thunder thighs and cellulite, and oh wait, how did my face get so puffy and round? Wait, what's going on here? And then you look around and you realize, wait a minute. How come so many other people are so overweight and puffy these days too? What's going on here? Well, we know, now. And we've cracked the code to getting rid of modern body fat, fast. Yes, you hear about all sorts of popular diets, keto diet and the like, yet most all of those diets are gimmicks. They are not healthy. They don't address fundamentals and root causes of what made you fatter in the first place as the Velocity Lean diet does. Are they not long-term solutions, and body fat is very likely to just come right back on. Many of these gimmick diets are simply recycled diets of the past. They may have some benefit, but overall they won't work and they are not a repeatable solution. So try Velocity Lean diet and discover a massive difference. And we've also figured out how to change ourselves, so 1. We start making weight loss automatic. 2. We end up staying lean due to fundamental internal shifts that can be made through this Velocity Lean diet. We are here today to give you a shortcut, saving you tons of time in research and testing and trying to figure out what's going on today with modern weight gain. How one man stumbled upon a new, more effective and fast way of dieting for burning tough to remove belly fat faster while preventing dieting plateaus. Well, okay, maybe it's not so much stumbling, as this diet concept was essentially 35 years in the making. But when I was able to take discoveries from other things and new discoveries in health fixes and cross-correlate them to weight loss, then the light bulb went on, and one of the greatest discoveries in the weight loss world was made with the Velocity Lean diet. Rapid fat loss, as in daily visible body fat disappearing from my body. Greater health. Modern times has caused a lot of health issues or potential issues that need to be cleaned up and cleared out. I wanted that newer tough to remove body fat to easily go away. The diet had to be fun and feel good. The diet could not be too hard. I was in search for the perfect diet and I had particular demands on what I wanted to accomplish. Here are parameters of this new ideal diet concept I wanted to design that you may appreciate. I wanted. The diet needed some challenge to it to keep it exciting, like a fun dieting adventure, but I also needed to have some sort of break as well. I didn't want the hard, fat burn-off phase to last too long. And I wanted daily visible results of weight loss, fat burning improvement. Plus I wanted anything related to eating, such as the shopping and the cooking, to take very little time. And so with these goals in mind, I went searching and searching, testing and testing. And eventually, one day it all came together at a spark of an idea. And the Velocity Lean diet was manifested. With the discovery of new insights from personal experience, testing and the experience of others, experience from the fitness industry and also the health industry, I found a couple missing puzzle pieces to complete this puzzle of my new ideal lean body diet. And lo and behold, the Velocity Lean diet was born. And now you can obtain access to this powerful Velocity Lean dieting system to help you finally get those ideal breakthroughs too. You now have the chance to learn a fat-burning, lean body-getting health-boosting system that you can use for life, for powerful benefits. And it's time to finally get that excess body fat off so you can obtain your ideal lean and toned body that you want. How can I know for sure if Velocity Lean diet will work for me? Well, ultimately you're going to have to try it, obviously. Yet what we've done is that instead of paying as a couple $1,000 to me as a personal trainer after all the assessments and sessions to personally get you rolling on the diet, is put the Velocity Lean diet into a course of videos in print explaining all about the diet and how to become successful on this new Velocity Lean diet. And we have reduced the price dramatically so we can help more people. So if you're looking for hope, if you're looking for something that can finally and actually work, then now you can learn this Velocity Lean diet. This Velocity Lean diet, it's probably different than any other diet you have tried. How so? Because of our synergistic combination of the foods we eat, when we eat the foods, when we don't eat foods, in our Velocity Lean diet intensity engagement matrix system. And all these components work out extremely well even if you messed up a little here and there. Click Add to Cart to get started. Velocity Lean diet helps burn fat fast. It's one of the fastest weight loss diets to date that we've experienced in over 3 decades in health and fitness. How is the Velocity Lean diet one of the fastest fat-burning diets out there? Well, we use new techniques that work very well with the physical body that go around traditional thinking and popular health concepts. We are able to tap into optimal body functioning, where we can trigger our own body's ability to just automatically start thrashing, tearing up and eliminating useless cells, harmful cells, junk tissue and especially excess body fat. breaking them down to be essentially dissolved out of the body. It's the Velocity Lean Diet Intensity Engagement Matrix system in combination with the special foods we use and our new special technique for lean body liberation acceleration that really makes this diet highly effective. Have you been struggling with tough to remove body fat? Well, struggle no more. Learn the Velocity Lean Diet. But in order for a diet to be successful, it must be doable and psychologically friendly, or what happens? That's right. The average person will quit. We fixed that problem in the Velocity Lean Diet. Diet psychology and physical body feelings on a diet are critical to coordinate for success. Most people miss the mark on this one, which is why they perpetually struggle with dieting and weight loss. Your diets have to work with your general life schedule, or it's just not going to work out well. And I'm going to assume that you're not a fitness professional who can hang out at the gym and cook all day. And you need a diet that not only gets the job done but also is easy to do and doesn't take a bunch of time cooking. You see, that's a problem in the fitness industry. Whereas, you have fitness professionals as personal trainers who are trying to teach their clients the way they go about doing in their exercise and dieting. But eating and working out is essentially their job. Their day revolves around eating and working out. They have tons of time to work out and diet, whereas the average individual has very little time to work out, with a job and family and so on. These personal trainers, fitness professionals, usually don't make the differentiation between their lifestyle and other people's lifestyle. So they will just teach you what they know, which is to eat 6 meals plus a day, spend tons of time cooking and work out for a net 2 to 3 hours a day or more. They assume that you want to become just like them and that you're going to have most of your day to cook, eat 6 to 8 times a day and work out for several hours. By the time it takes to prepare for the gym workout, come back, clean off, recuperate and hopefully have enough energy to do other things, most of your day would be gone. Sorry, but that's not going to work for most people. Most people need a more efficient way of becoming lean and toned that won't take up much of their time and that won't burn them out. So, would you be interested in a diet that can save you a ton of time in doing shopping and cooking? Do you wish you had a diet where you could just do the diet without even having to exercise? If so, you'll want to get to know this Velocity Lean Diet. When you're super busy with little time yet you must lose weight and lose it quickly, then you're going to need smart leverage with new, advanced weight loss techniques. I personally got to a point where I had to make a lifestyle change. This was due to new business ventures which required me to move. And so therefore I had to make up some new exercise programs and diets in order to meet the new lifestyle change, whereas I couldn't spend hour upon hour every day in the gym and in cooking, or even eating 6 to 8 times a day, for that matter. I now have many other things to do and I need efficiency, but I also want better results than I've ever had in the past too. Why not? I bet you do too. Yes. I set my goals and I went for them. I set my ideals and I went for them. And sure enough, eventually I found my solution. And today we are presenting this solution to you. It's called the Velocity Lean Diet. The Velocity Lean Diet is exceptionally good at helping eliminate stubborn belly fat. Excessive belly fat is a big problem for a lot of people these days. There are many reasons behind this. We targeted those reasons in the Velocity Lean Diet and we found new mechanisms for helping release stored belly fat. In these modern times, most people are eating particular types of foods as our habitual food base that end up triggering this physiological scenario that ends up contributing more stored fat to the belly area and behind the belly area, called visceral fat, which is around the organs. The visceral fat is considered to be dangerous fat. And quite frankly, all fat is dangerous to an extent in that fat produces its own chemicals, hormones and toxins to the body. And on that note, one can even argue that if one is overweight then they are sick. Excess body weight is a symptom of problems going on inside the body that many do not know about or talk about. Most overweight people in modern times are actually starving. As wild as that sounds, most people who are struggling with body weight are actually nutrient deprived, starving and are needing many essential nutrients that they are not getting from foods. And most people are not well educated by knowledgeable sources on what the body needs nutrient-wise. They don't know the best foods to use in order to get those nutrients. They are eating fake foods, processed foods made with nutrients already refined out of them all, with foods grown in mineral-depleted soils filled with poisonous pesticides. And they have to keep eating. They need the nutrients and will keep eating the same foods just to get the scraps of nutrients that are in those crappy foods. So they keep eating and eating more, but running further behind nutrient-wise. But in the meantime, they are getting fatter and fatter, more swollen and more swollen. They only know or only are willing to know certain foods. I remember thinking I would die if I ate a dry fig at one point because they looked scary. Pretty childish, but when it comes to food, a lot of people's inner child dictates what they eat and what they are willing to try. On the other hand, I'm not trying to say that being starved and malnourished is good either, but in these modern times, people are overweight, excessively fat, or even morbidly obese while their physical bodies are starving at the same time. And that is wild. That's what we've ended up allowing ourselves to experience in these modern times, but it's time to put our foot down and change these things. How do we change things? Well, we first get educated, which you will do so in this Velocity Lean diet. Then you get recultured, so now your cravings will change and you'll finally start to realize that there are a lot of the foods that you've been eating in the past are actually disgusting and very toxic to your health and your overall lean and toned, attractive body ambitions. On top of that, you can have a lot of junk and bad stuff cleaned out of you through this diet, especially through multiple repetitions of the 2-week cycle. You can then start voting with your wallet, and then you can also influence and encourage others. Get them on the Velocity Lean diet and start to see people change. This change can not only save lives but the planet as well. Is the Velocity Lean diet a 2-week diet? Essentially it is. That's the way I treat it. It's probably more accurately said that it's a 2-week cycle of 10 days. It's just a period of time for a cycle I like and is easily doable yet very effective. You may enjoy doing Velocity Lean in 2-week cycles too. The 2-week cycle is so powerful that I can do the 2 weeks, do a maintenance 2 weeks, then do it again and then do the Velocity Lean diet for another 2 weeks. It just depends on what you want to accomplish and what you need to accomplish. So it is a 2-week diet, but it's more of a 2-week cycle that you can repeat as you need. And because the intensity is cycled, the physical body, from our test and experience, does not get used to the diet and does not plateau. And actually the diet is pretty fun to do. How many diets are actually fun to do? The Velocity Lean diet is and will keep your physical body and your psychology on its toes. On top of that, nothing beats seeing progress in the mirror, on a daily basis even. That was one of the most important factors I wanted to have when creating an ideal diet. It may be harder to see daily progress if you have an excessively large amount of excess body fat, and that's okay because you just need to start somewhere, take little steps, keep with inch by inch, and it will eventually feel like a cinch, believe it or not, but you'll still be able to tell since you know what you look like and you can tell the difference. Additionally, don't forget that the Velocity Lean diet goes to work on burning the visceral fat between your organs, so you're getting progress there, although that may or may not show visibly as clearly from day to day, except that you may notice your belly fat and man boobs, if you're a man of course, starting to shrink and take shape due to junk tissue reduction. Don't ask me how I know this. If one has a lot of excess body fat that they need to torch off pretty quickly, then personally I would just keep repeating the cycles, in a comfortable way, until I get my goal accomplished. That said, I'm going to want to be listening to my physical body and my psychological state throughout the process. I've learned through experience what to listen to in terms of the voices within and even without in terms of dieting. I don't want to strain my physical body or my psychology because I don't want to create any sort of miserable type of experience. I've learned that from experience. So then I just simply look to maximize the results of the diet while keeping it within a psychologically and physically friendly zone that simply avoids any sort of feeling of overstrain. The Velocity Lean Diet Velocity Lean Matrix keeps you continually on your toes while making the Velocity Lean Diet journey a fun challenge that has its challenging times but breaks too, all for faster fat burning. We use what we call intensity engagement cycling method that we derive from our original core velocity burn system, which we adapted into dieting. This method is continually changing things up, keeping the body on its toes. So therefore the physical body will tend not to get used to this diet, and this will help avoid reaching a dieting plateau. This means that we can burn more fat and we can keep going repeating this 2-week cycle of the matrix over and over until we reach our ideal lean body, our weight loss goals. Also, this Velocity Lean diet is mentally and emotionally stimulating and even entertaining, you could say. There are cycles of climax and relief. While tension builds, we can anticipate the relief. And then we also look forward to the cycle again, to experience the same intensity engagement that has that dramatic impact on torching out excess body fat. New approach to belly fat burning, excess body fat eradication and general body puffiness in a brilliant new approach. The Velocity Lean diet approach combines powerful foods in the Velocity Lean matrix to keep your body off guard, helping keep it in a continual high fat burning state while also being psychologically and emotionally friendly at the same time. Help free up fat elimination pathways in the body with the Velocity Lean diet. As your body starts becoming unclogged, even to the very small cellular level, things start flow. And then your body is able to process out waste better and get rid of fat plus things that make us large. So by unclogging yourself within, between your cells, you start enabling the body to run its full maintenance cycles, cleaning out the junk, the puff, bad cells and excess body fat. Once your body is able to more efficiently burn fat and eliminate it from the body, then you can start becoming lean and toned much more easily and maintain a lean and toned body much more easily. It works. We've proven this to ourselves in our own experience with the principles in this diet. The Velocity Lean Diet principles can help make over the gut biome and kill off bad bugs. Some healthcare professionals and various clinical studies point out that much of modern fat struggles, weight loss struggles are directly related to your gut biome and parasitic levels in the body. You see, the bad bacteria and parasites crave all of these types of foods that make us fat and sick. So therefore, if you can kill off those bad bacteria and parasites, then you can start to get rid of these very strong cravings that end up wrecking your every attempt to lose weight and obtain the lean and toned body you want. Increase productivity and focus by using the Velocity Lean Diet. Make it easy to get and keep your lean body by using the Velocity Lean Diet to changes your eating habits. The Velocity Lean Diet is a fantastic way of helping increase focus. We will be able to talk to you about different techniques that we use to help increase focus and get a lot more work done, if that's what you need to do in this course. Also, the process of the Velocity Lean Diet can help increase focus on average by helping us change over our cravings while also helping us potentially reduce various pains in the body that may have been chronic, distracting pains of the past. Modern times have been really tough on the physical body for a lot of people. Body fat, especially belly fat, has become really tough to get rid of these days due to a variety of reasons. Here are a few. The modern lifestyle is low intensity and low physical engagement, which means that we burn less fat on average through our daily lifestyle. Working out at the gym takes a lot of time, plus it's dirty and there are a lot of germs everywhere which bother some people. Technology and frequencies have been disrupting our own body's ability to physically operate, causing a cascade of problems that relate to weight gain. Higher stress lifestyles in modern times causes a cascade of health problems and body weight problems, and also releases cortisol, which directly maces fat and tends to push us into being higher stimulant fattening foods so we have energy in order to keep up. Poor sleep patterns in modern times tend to make us sleep less. And what happens is that we'll tend to compensate with stimulant drinks and/or stimulant foods, which then go on to create a cascade of events that end up making us more fat, especially with thick body fat that is hard to get rid of. In modern times we have a vast array of things coming against us that are warring against our bodies, making them sick and fat. Obviously, depending on what area you are in, you can look around and see the stunning increase in obesity rates. Sometimes many wonder if we're still on the same planet or if we somehow transported over to maybe Jabba the Hutt's planet. We have been brainwashed by those trying to sell us something. His messages have spiraled out of control. Follow the money. If everyone was healthy, lean and toned, what would happen to the massive healthcare and weight loss industries? Right. But you know that, yet, not many seem to understand the depth and the width of how bad things have gotten, mostly because they don't know the possibilities of being able to solve these weight loss and health problems. They don't know the vast spectrum of things that make them sick and fat. But fortunately we do quite comprehensively, and we can help right here through our Velocity Lean Diet program, where we educate you on how to clean out the body and feed it foods the body is supposed to eat. So if you're interested in discovering a more complete solution, then you'll want to learn diets like Velocity Lean Diet for rapid fat burning. Foods have been changed one by one over the decades that have made us sicker and fatter. We need better foods. We need to retrain ourselves to eat foods that are compatible to our bodies liking those foods instead of craving crap that makes us sick and fat. One would think that people would stop using these bad, wrong and corrupt foods since they are so bad. Yet people continue on eating these foods. Why is that? Are they bad people? No. What has happened is that the gut biome, that we are finding out about more and more, has changed, whereas dominant gut biome symbiotic bacteria craves the junkier foods, which then communicates up through the body to our minds, causing an individual to repeatedly be wooed or bullied even into low-grade health degenerating foods. Why has burning fat become harder than ever? You are not alone if you're thinking and say a statement such as this. And as you can see by looking around, a lot of people are struggling with getting rid of excess body fat and keeping it off. Also, for a lot of people, even if they are able to lose the weight they want, that body fat just seems to come back so quickly these days. What a miserable pain. Why is that? The good news is that we have the solution. We have the answers and the solution, and the answers are in the Velocity Lean Diet. Get started and start learning. A secret to getting lean and staying lean is to reculture our cravings, so our cravings now crave things that make us lean, toned and healthy, while the old cravings disappear, even making the old foods seem disgusting to us. The Velocity Lean diet helps us change our cravings in a very powerful way and actually from 3 directions. The Velocity Lean diet helps us change our cravings in a very powerful way and actually from 3 directions. The Velocity Lean matrix. Our foods on our foods list. The banned food substances list. Once you change the cravings, then things get much easier. And in fact, I would even go on to say that the Velocity Lean diet is probably one of the easier methods and one of the fastest methods for changing the cravings from bad to good. The Velocity Lean diet is guaranteed to work or your money back. We're so confident that you'll find this Velocity Lean fat burning diet to be so effective and that it's impossible, in our opinion and experience, to not lose weight by strictly adhering to the diet. In fact, we have a food list where we can only eat those foods on the foods list, and that's only part of the diet. This eating system in this Velocity Lean fat burning diet, thereby making it near impossible to gain excess body fat, especially in combination with the Velocity Lean matrix, which provides the way and the timing of when and what we eat. Also, this diet keeps the body continually off guard so it doesn't plateau. So that means we can keep up the fat burning in a more linear line in order to drive home the results we want. Plus, the Velocity Lean diet could be cycled over and over until the goal of the lean and toned body is met. The Velocity Lean fat burning diet is challenging at times, but then it gives you breaks too. It is actually quite fun. Plus, there's a money back guarantee, whereas if you don't find the program today extremely effective, then you can return it. We just want to make sure that you actually understand the program first, because it's so valuable to have a method for fat burning on command. Did you know that it takes several repetitions of a diet to do a diet really well? And by knowing this, you'll now know a secret key to why some people get and stay lean so easily while others struggle over and over. And that key difference is that the successful people simply became good at doing a good diet through repetition. So you are free now to do a bad job with the diet the first time. You can learn a diet mentally and experimentally fast when you hack away by diving into a diet without procrastination. You'll learn fast. You'll start to see the difference between the old ways and the new. And mostly, you won't stress yourself out mentally, emotionally and physically while trying to do it perfectly the first time. Yes, you definitely want to keep diets in the fun zone and try to not let the dieting experience go into the stress and misery zone. Why? Because your subconscious will take over and sabotage your diet efforts. You'll quit early and go back to the old ways that made you fatter, sometimes, with a vengeance, yo-yoing the other way hard. Professional bodybuilders and models know this, maybe you do as well, but I just wanted to point that out. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. By the 3rd time through a good diet, usually we get the best results too. Unfortunately, many people come just short of lean body success because they don't understand the principle of getting good at a diet. And they assume that they are doing a diet correctly when they're only doing a part of the diet correctly, while making many mistakes. So if you truly need and want to get lean and toned, then it's important that you learn the Velocity Lean diet well, because it's a powerful tool that can help you burn fat on command. Use Velocity Lean to rapidly accelerate your fat burning ability so you can get that lean and toned body more quickly. And we speak from over 3 decades in fitness and health, personal training and bodybuilding. Need to get ready for the beach? An important event? Or are just sick and tired of being overweight? Try the Velocity Lean diet. We think you'll be glad you did. Velocity Lean fat burning diet was designed for high efficiency, for saving time and effort. Our line of products on Velocity Burn are in line with this concept of becoming high efficiency for time and effort expenditure. So, this is the concept that I was forced into, whereas I didn't have hours to spend at the gym anymore. I didn't have time to do meal prep of eating 6, 7 meals a day, which was pretty ridiculous if you think about it. I became very busy due to new business ventures. Also, I moved to an area that did not have a good gym too at the time. And so I figured, you know what, let's go crack some new codes in body shaping, muscle building, weight loss, and dieting. So let me purposefully stay away from what I used to do, and let's invent new approaches that are highly efficient, and that can save people a lot of time, especially myself, since I needed some new approaches. So from there, I used my 30+ years experience in the health and fitness, personal training and bodybuilding worlds to assemble new creative approaches by combining concepts I've learned, not only from bodybuilding but also athletic performance. But also, productivity concepts in addition to different performance mind states I even picked up from music performance. I took all those concepts and combined those with all the discoveries I have been making over the years in health and fitness, but also body problem correction, health problem correction solutions. And so I've put these various factors together and I started being creative. And through this creative process I discovered many new key insights to how the body works and how to use different techniques to make the body do what I want it to do much more efficiently. With the Velocity Lean Diet, you're going to be able to tap new ways of losing fat. You're going to be able to transform yourself so that you can actually stay lean. This diet can also become a go-to diet in the future, when you need to lose some excess body fat or get lean and toned, let's say for beach season for example. Also, the Velocity Lean Diet has some other powerful health properties that are very important in this modern age, where people have so many health problems. This diet can be a perfect type of diet to do to help put one in a better position for better health while cleansing out the old damage that we've done over time by eating a bunch of crappy toxic food. The foods. We use certain healing foods that can help the body heal its stored fat-releasing pathways, allowing our minds to start to differentiate what is actually good and what is actually bad for our bodies and our feelings. A lot of diets are really liberal and non-specific on the types of foods to eat. Now when I say types of foods, I'm not talking about fruits and vegetables versus grains. I'm talking about the quality of the actual food and the food type that is more harmonious with the physical body. You see, over the past many decades, we've had many different food substances introduced sneakily into our society, promoted sneakily and hard into our society, therefore brainwashing us to force ourselves to get used to these new crappy, corrupted, smelly foods. And within the majority of these foods, there's some truth, but it's mixed with a lie. And it's that lie that starts to sneakily corrupt our bodies so they don't function very well. Also on top of that, these corrupted foods. Not only are we missing vital nutrients such as minerals and other key components that we need to eat as humans, but these foods also have poisons on top of that added to them, and even worse. These foods, or a majority of these foods, tend to be a nutrient-negative food, thereby draining particular nutrients out of your body that you need. So we have a perfect storm of bad foods that have been making us sick and fat. From our experience, the Velocity Lean Diet has the ability to provide visible results from day to day. Visible changes should be seen in your body, even from day to day, especially as you get into the groove with this diet. The visible difference are inspiring. When you see you're tough to get rid of excess body fat evaporating right before your eyes, then that makes doing the diet exciting and makes one want to keep doing the diet until all the rest of the excess blubber is burned off. And on top of that, the Velocity Lean Diet can help you change the way you think about and feel about foods. This means that the Velocity Lean Diet can help get you to start liking the good foods that can heal the body and keep the excess fat off. The process and progress of fat burning within this diet is absolutely remarkable, and when you learn the diet you'll see why, and it will make sense to you. A lot of diets don't work with the body very well, and they try to go in a linear fashion, in a beeline, trying to get you skinny as fast as possible. Unfortunately, those diets don't work very well because they tend to get you yo-yoing the body weight right back, or relatively soon after you're done with that diet. And what's worse, those diets tend to slow your metabolism down, so then after you're finished with them, or if you slip up just a bit, then fat packs on fast. And that's one big reason that many people seem to just never stay lean and toned. But the good news is that we solved this problem with the Velocity Lean Diet. Here with the Velocity Lean Diet, we do not go in a linear fashion and we keep the body on or off balance. So, the body doesn't get used to things. You don't want the body to plateau out on a diet. No, you don't. And also, you don't want to slow your metabolism down, which is key. Most diets end up slowing your metabolism down, thereby making it harder and harder to burn fat. And that's just miserable. And then, when your metabolism is slowed down, what happens after you finish the diet is that you gain fat back very fast. So with the Velocity Lean Diet we avoid that problem. The Velocity Lean Fat Burning Diet will teach you a whole new world of foods that can help you restore a powerful base of health. A lot of people are in big trouble with their health. I've seen it, I've dealt with it with others, and I've had my own health crises. And fortunately, I woke up many years ago. In modern times, at least to the point of this typing, a lot of people have a lot of problems, and most of these problems are related to their diet. Yes, that's right. If you really trace things back to root causes, yes, there are various negative factors that can influence our health and waistline, but most problems these days are related to what one puts in their mouth or does not put in their mouth for food. Yet on the other hand, arguably, with a very good diet, you can still overcome most negative factors, within reason of course. Most people are eating bad foods, wrong foods, and they've been convinced, they have been told, that various foods and substances are good, but when they are not. And we're talking about hidden things, most of which, most people think are okay or healthy. So, we'll help you with discovering what is good and bad in our diet for the sake of making it much easier to become lean and stay lean. We'll teach you more about the foods that are good for your body and why, versus the foods that are not good for the body, although a lot of people are told that those bad foods are good for the body. Yet those hidden bad foods are the one that are sending them to an early grave while making them fat along the way. Velocity Lean Diet is very good at helping the body cleanse itself out while tearing up trash and junk tissue, bad bugs, useless cells including cancer cells. Of course our interest is in becoming lean and toned, getting rid of the excess body fat. But sometimes you have junk tissue in the way, clogging the way out for the body fat to be assimilated, digested out, burned off and so on. So therefore, we need our bodies to go in there and clean out the junk tissue, and so we need to help our bodies and enable our bodies to do so. The Velocity Lean Diet targets this process called autophagy, and we look to maximize the sweet spot of autophagy where it's running the strongest to hyper-accelerate the vanquishing of puffiness, cellular waste, bad bugs, bad cells and body fat. And this is part of what make this diet extremely efficient and powerful. We could argue that it's impossible to not lose weight by adhering to the Velocity Lean Diet system. Yes, I would say, it is impossible to not lose weight by following the Velocity Lean Diet. The Velocity Lean Diet loses weight in a very healthy way from our experience and in our opinion, and that of the opinion and experience of many others, and also various studies and related diets throughout the industry. The Velocity Lean Diet helps us keep our body off balance so it doesn't plateau out. And the Velocity Lean Diet also helps things stay interesting while not being overwhelming. In the Velocity Lean Diet we're able to tap high levels of efficiency in terms of finding the sweet spot of fat burning and body clean out of that nasty liquidy, jiggly puffiness that's so prevalent in these modern times, cellulite too. The Velocity Lean Diet takes advantage of an autophagy sweet spot which is tough to hit, but we found a way of doing it that's more doable and effective than other approaches, doing it in a way that is not overwhelming, without stressing out the body or stressing out our emotions or mind. For fastest fat burning, using a strong diet of course is necessary, but some diets that are poorly designed, that are too strong, end up creating a snapback, yo-yo effect. Learn how to avoid the yo-yo with Velocity Lean Diet. So with the Velocity Lean Diet approach to eating timing and the foods list we use, I would definitely argue that is absolutely impossible to not lose weight. So if you're looking for a diet to help get the job done and obtain your ideal lean and toned body, then the Velocity Lean Diet is a type of diet that can help you drive your goal to completion, while helping you get your lean and toned body and keep your lean and toned body in an efficient, smart way. And also, you can simply do the diet over and over until you get the results you want. This diet is essentially a 2-week cycle, well, a 10-day cycle, which is about 2 weeks. Why is it a 2-week cycle? I just liked having it as a 2-week cycle. But the cycle is just simply repeatable. And you can use that cycle over and over until all the fat is melted off. And that's just going to depend on how much fat you have to melt off the body. That will vary per individual, of course. Prepare for a transformation of your life, because once you do the Velocity Lean Diet 1 or 2 times, it becomes easier and easier to avoid gaining weight back. The good news is that we have a lot of experience in health fixes, fitness and dieting, and we can show you and explain to you exactly how to succeed at a diet. We know how to strip off the body fat, getting absolutely ripped to very low body fat percentage levels. And after you do that the first time, it becomes easier the next. And once you do it the second time, it becomes even easier. Like anything else, losing weight, burning off excess body fat is a skill you can develop, so you can get better and better at doing so. And eventually, it becomes pretty easy to burn fat off the body and keep it off. After that, I would say this principle will apply to the Velocity Lean Diet, especially if you do it once and then go do another diet, or take a break and then let your subconscious process out how you could have done the diet better, or reflected on any mistakes you made and why you made them. And then you come back and do the Velocity Lean Diet again, and you'll be better at doing the diet, and you'll avoid making mistakes. Plus, you'll be able to have an easier time when you do the diet a second or third time. So do keep in mind that you are gaining a skill for life with this diet. This diet has many health benefits associated with it. This Velocity Lean Diet also has anti-aging benefits associated with it. The Velocity Lean Diet can be highly effective at targeting modern fat gain, those hard to remove fat deposit areas, especially in the belly area. But everyone has their fat accumulation zones, and the Velocity Lean Diet can help you finally start breaking those down while giving you the ability to become lean and toned quite rapidly in a new highly efficient way. The Velocity Lean Diet can help powerfully transform the gut biome, helping kill off bad bugs while helping restore the good probiotic bacteria if you are intermittent fasting cycling process and the foods that we eat on this diet. The gut biome is key. Once you can better well balance your gut biome, you can receive many health benefits that are absolutely mind-blowing. When you start to read about the gut biome and various probiotics, good gut bacteria that you actually want and need, you'll realize how important they are, as freaky as that sounds. When you transform your biome, you'll also change your cravings. When you change your cravings, then you're not going to be looking out to eat the next donut or batch of fast food. You're going to crave more the healthy, beneficial foods that make your health great, that make you feel great, that give you a lean and toned body, and that give you great energy. And actually, the old junky crappy foods will become abhorrent to you eventually once you transition your gut biome to the new array of microbes. You just need to avoid getting brainwashed into forcing yourself into eating hideous fake foods into the future through marketing pitches and the herd effect. That's really why we all started eating that junk in the past, because we were brainwashed into thinking that it was good. So you don't have to be brainwashed anymore, because we're going to also teach you about the concept of using foods that are more in line with original types of human foods. The Velocity Lean Diet will start to introduce you to this concept on how to start making this happen, so you can become a person who craves the good foods only, the foods that make you lean and toned, all while becoming repulsed at the foods that make you fat. When you get to that point, which can start happening in as little as 10 days, then getting and staying lean becomes a lot easier. And I speak from experience. For many, the Velocity Lean Diet may potentially be so powerfully and positively life-changing that future health problems may be better prevented. Part of the problem with modern weight gain is that it's a sickly state, arguably. One could say that excess body fat is a symptom of inner illness, which, technically, it is. Additionally, excess body fat produces its own problems and its own hormones in the body, which cause additional problems. It is not good to carry excess body fat, especially the more dangerous type called visceral fat, which is the fat between your organs. Again, excess body fat and visceral fat is a symptom of health problems. It's not just something that you're sporting because of whatever excuse one can think of. It's a sign of bad health. Now, people can be skinny, and have bad health and have internal damage from other problems. But if one is overweight, with excess body fat and excess swollen fluids, they have health problems and are arguably nearing a potential health crisis of their own. In modern times, when we get our inner plumbing clogged up, then that prevents us from correctly functioning. And that also puts us in a position to not be able to process out extra body fat. So in modern times we see this. Look out and about, where people are not only fat looking but they're extra puffy and swollen. A lot of people look like they are blowfish in defense mode, or you could also say, a lot of people look like they've come from Jabba the Hutt's planet, and it just isn't right. Frankly, it's downright tragic. We need to fix this. There's something extra wrong with modern body fat. And those of you who are older know, because back in the older days, not only was there very little obesity, but when people were fat they didn't look like how people look today that are called fat and obese. So, we have this Velocity Lean Diet that can give you the education on how to start approaching this concept of getting the body cleaned out and cleansed out from within. So then, it targets the root causes, or many of the root causes, behind why one has all this back up in their bodies, all this backed up fluids and extra body fat that need to be cleansed out by having your body pull the plug on the drain, so to say, although the drain is many millions of mini drains throughout the body. The body must be cleansed from within down even to the cellular level, and things must start to flow again. And I'm not talking about going number 1 and number 2. I'm talking about the fluids between your cells, that fluid which has been swelling people up like blowfish. And once things start flowing within, then it becomes easier to maintain health and obtain health, and it also becomes easier to have a lean and toned body. Plus, after you've mastered doing the Velocity Lean Diet a couple times, your confidence will grow even higher, because you will now know that you have a go-to method that works for losing weight fast, so you can more quickly and more certainly obtain the ideal lean and toned body you want. A secret trick in the fitness and modeling industry is to become very good at a diet or a couple diets you can rotate, so you can quickly and efficiently become lean, toned and stage ready, or photoshoot ready, or beach season ready. Whenever you want, on command. In order to get good at a diet or a few diets, you actually need to learn the diet, and then take notes while you are dieting, to make sure you are not making any mistakes. And if you do make mistakes, it's okay. Just make a note of it so you can quickly try to correct those mistakes the second and third time through. Your subconscious mind will also help too, making notes, observations, and coming up with answers to your questions that you ran into while on the diet. I would say that it takes going through a diet 3 times to really get good at it. But when you get good at doing an effective diet, then you gain a skill for life, and this skill helps boost your confidence tremendously. Because if you're able to lose the excess body fat and get a good-looking lean and toned body that you want, then that has tremendous benefits across the board. Plus, you're going to have a greater confidence as well when you feel like you have better health. Feeling healthy opens up a world of freedom, vigor and creativity to you that can positively impact your life in many ways. The Velocity Lean Diet provides confidence because firstly you are likely to see results happening from day to day. Confidence is a big deal. Having confidence is extremely valuable. Having confidence is also extremely attractive, whether that's in terms of a relationship, or in trying to find a relationship, or also in interaction with others and in your career. People like confident people. People get turned off by those who are fearful and doubting, because in terms of one's personal image, if one doesn't have the confidence that they can lose the weight they need to lose, they are going to have a deep down, inner sense of instability that other people will be able to sense. And you know that people speak with their mouths, but they also speak with their inner voice, and, of course, even their demeanor and their posture and body language. We cannot hide who we are as much as we try. So if you feel good about yourself, then that will come out and you will be appreciated for it. The Velocity Lean Diet is a fun and challenging diet that keeps you on your toes and keeps your physical body on its toes so it doesn't hit plateaus as most diets do. We are all too familiar with the dieting plateau. The dieting plateau is the worst because not only are we putting forth effort into dieting, but our efforts are bringing back less results. And so we have to work harder for less results. That's just no fun. We like being more efficient here at Velocity Burn with this Velocity Lean Diet and the VelocityBurn.com website. Efficiency is our focus here, high efficiency, as we've talked about quite a bit. And so we want to keep our body on its toes, which means that we don't want the body to get used to a diet. We don't want the body to plateau, and we don't want the metabolism slowed down. Yes, that's the other terrible part about most diets, is that they slow down your metabolism to a point where you have to eat less and less, and then your body gets starved more and more. And then what happens is that when you finish the diet, you tend to eat a lot right when you get out of the diet. Because your body's starving of nutrients on those lesser diets. And then you start to eat a lot more than usual. And just even if you ate at a normal pace, that food tends to pack onto your body as body fat. Because why? Because you slowed your metabolism down from a plateauing out by using a traditional, not so smart diet. Well, here with the Velocity Lean Diet you get a very smart diet. It uses the latest and greatest in psychological and physiological technology which we created from our in-depth experience and testing over the years. The Velocity Lean Diet uses a principle based on the Velocity Burn system, which uses the intensity engagement matrix. And we use that matrix in combination with eating for fantastic results. It was an idea that popped into our heads one day to cross-apply the intensity engagement matrix that we invented, and then use that in the dieting process with a particular type of diet that we use here with the Velocity Lean Diet. So not only do we have the cycling intensity engagement of the dieting, we have a foods group, and a no-eat group of foods and substances that we use that help us really keep ourselves in a great position for great health, to take in a lot of good natural form nutrients and to also help accelerate the weight loss process in a very efficient way. When professional bodybuilders enter their fat-burning cycle to absolutely strip off any visible sign of body fat, they can't mess around. And they usually do different forms of change-ups in their diet so their bodies don't get too used to the same thing over and over. I'm not saying Velocity Lean Diet is a bodybuilding diet. It is not whatsoever. We wanted to get out of the bodybuilding diet type of approach because it was low efficiency. It was low in time efficiency. And it took too much work. Plus, it also incorporated foods that have long-term negative health effects usually. So try the Velocity Lean Diet. Learn it, master it. You're going to gain a powerful skill for life, for losing weight, and for your health. The Velocity Lean Diet is also psychologically friendly and fun because although there is a challenge, the challenge will vary in intensity throughout the matrix cycle. In order to succeed at a diet, it must be psychologically doable. It also must be emotionally doable. Now, everyone has a different psychology and a different set of emotions and so on. But the Velocity Lean Diet will work with an individual on an individualized basis as they adapt the diet to fit their person and personality. The thing about the Velocity Lean Diet is that with the group of allowable foods we use, I would even argue it's impossible to gain weight, extra body fat from those foods. These foods are very human-friendly, they're human assimilatable. For the most part, to a high degree, and they are also healing. Part of the trick behind obtaining a lean and toned body in modern times is that we need to eat healing foods, then avoid foods that cause health disruption. When we go through the intensity engagement matrix of the Velocity Lean Diet, we also go through a cycle in the Velocity Lean Diet. This cycle has its intense points and then it also allows us to cycle back out and relax a little bit. And this process helps us in multiple ways. It helps the body keep off balance in terms of getting used to any sort of way of eating. It keeps the body from getting used to any sort of pattern cycle, also gives us something to look forward to as it gets more intense. We can then look forward to a break that is coming on the horizon, so then we are better able to do the intense part. So it keeps the diet doable while also hitting the intense spots for accelerated fat burning and autophagy. Well, because if a diet just has intensity after intensity after intensity, then a person looks at that diet as some sort of miserable future, some sort of torture, and they will tend to start to cheat on the diet and eventually just give up on it. The physical body doesn't work in a linear way. It needs to work in cycles. It needs to coordinate with its own multiple overlapping overlay or set of balances and systems. So if we're smart and if we work with the physical body to coax it to where we want it to go, we can get better results. Velocity Lean Diet is a strong diet that is able to be done on its own without exercise. And probably the first time through it may be better to focus and do a good job at this, the Velocity Lean Diet on its own. It can be done without exercise for achieving very excellent results in fat burning, in weight loss. Then again, if you do decide to do exercise with the Velocity Lean Diet, then that can be an added bonus but not necessary. And if you do some cardio fat burning, maybe you'll want to do something more moderate until you get used to the diet. On the other hand, I started getting so much energy from Velocity Lean Diet that eventually I started wanting to do more high intensity, more explosive types of cardio such as sprints or variations of sprints. But for most people, that diet will be strong enough to obtain the results that people want to achieve. Plus, a lot of people aren't used to exercise these days. And one is not interested in exercising, then that is fine, and then therefore, this Velocity Lean Diet is for you. One secret to the success of the Velocity Lean Diet is that it is able to hit peak autophagy time windows within this cycle, allowing you to maximize the body's process of tearing up junk tissue and excess body fat while helping cleanse out the fat elimination channels so body fat can be more quickly liberated from our bodies. The Velocity Lean Diet also focuses on becoming very good at maximizing autophagy, so we can maximize the autophagy sweet spot to really get that junk tissue and excess body fat cleansed out of the body, especially in the tough-to-reach areas. As the body goes through this Velocity Lean Diet cycle more and more, then more channels of elimination interstitially open up and it becomes more and more easy to actually lose weight, so we can lose weight faster. We can lose weight faster as we progress in doing the diet more and as we get our insides cleaned out more and more. So the more we do the Velocity Lean Diet, the faster we can become at burning fat into the future. The Velocity Lean Diet helps you retain your energy. How to recuperate from your workouts more quickly without packing on excess fat. Helps you lose weight, burn fat more quickly. Uses nutrient timing factors to help you more efficiently get nutrients into your body and burn fat. Has many health benefits. Helps change appetite. Great for burning off that stubborn belly fat. Great for cellulite too. Excellent for helping deflate that swollen fluid puffiness look that is so rampant in modern times. Will help you get rid of cellulite. Will help you obtain the flat belly you're looking for. Will help you get more quickly towards six-pack abs. Add the Velocity Lean Diet to your fat-burning arsenal in order to start accelerating your quest to a lean body and to prevent overcompensation from eating too much because you don't have a diet. The Velocity Lean Fat Burning Diet is for those who want to finally make that lean body breakthrough they've been struggling to achieve in weight loss on towards their perfect, ideal lean body. Those looking to target the extra difficult fat deposits and puffiness caused by the modern lifestyle, modern environment. Once you remove these problems, obtaining a lean body becomes easy, relatively speaking. Velocity Lean Diet is not a detox program but ends up having many detoxification results without the uncomfortableness that comes with some detoxification programs. Velocity Lean Diet Weight Loss Diet is one you will want to learn, get good at doing, even master and add to your diet arsenal. Gain a skill for the future to be able to burn body fat on command. We all need different diets to achieve different health goals for different body optimization goals. And we also need to rotate different diets because our bodies become quickly used to one diet if we do that diet too long. So as we do different diets over time, we keep our body on its toes even if we return to a diet we did before. That said, the Velocity Lean Diet has an oscillating mechanism that allows for continually keeping the body off guard, so the Velocity Lean Diet can be repeated over and over until one's lean body goal is met. So in summary, why would you want to purchase the Velocity Lean Diet? Do you want to be able to become lean and toned in a fast and efficient way? Do you want to be able to become lean and toned on command into the future? If so, then learn and master our Velocity Lean Diet. Are you looking to put your health in a position that is so strong and powerful that you could potentially avoid most health problems in the future that plague modern times? If so, then purchase and master the Velocity Lean Diet. Are you sick and tired of struggling with excess body fat? If so, then, it's time to put your foot down and get really angry at that excess body fat. Don't tolerate that excess body fat and use the Velocity Lean Diet as your highly efficient super fast fat burning vehicle, perfect for modern body fat, to finally blast that excess body fat away off your body for good. How much is the Velocity Lean Diet? Well, instead of charging you a few $1,000 in personal trainer fees to determine a personal diet for you in addition to the follow-up sessions, what we've decided to do is teach you comprehensively from many different angles all about the Velocity Lean Diet, how to do it well. And we put this diet into educational course format with videos and text so can learn the diet quickly and well. We go into much depth in the Velocity Lean Diet course so you can understand the secrets we found. You will be learning a skill for life that you can use on command whenever you need. You get lean and toned for whatever occasion, especially beach season. Boost your confidence tremendously by now knowing that you have a way of burning off the excess body fat that is super smart and super efficient and very doable, even enjoyable. It's up to you to take action now. Click Add to Cart button to get started. You have no risk with our money-back guarantee, so you can get the Velocity Lean Diet without worry. Start learning and mastering the Velocity Lean Diet and add a significant lean body superpower to your life. Click the Add to Cart button below to get started. You may be thinking, is this the right thing to do? Should I buy it? Yes, it's okay to buy it because the product is guaranteed with a money-back guarantee. So get started before you forget. It's easy to forget things these days in these busy times. You don't want to miss out on an incredible weight loss fat burning skill for some of the fastest and healthiest fat burning out there today. If you want that lean body, then take action now. We believe that you will be very happy. Click the Add to Cart button to get started. Get started with the last diet you'll ever need. Take action and claim your lean body now. Click Add to Cart below to get started.